Hello and welcome. My name is Maddie Chuba and I'm the Admissions, Events, and Communication Coordinator here at North Hennepin Community College. Today we have some biology faculty with us who are going to discuss the program and answer some questions. Before we get started, I'll let them do some quick introductions.
Hello, I'm Tamara Mans. I teach genetics and I teach Principles of Biology 1 and Bio 1.
And I'm Paul Melcher. I teach Biology 1 and Biology 2 and Microbiology for our Baccalaureate Partnership Program with Bemidji State.
And I'm Andy Arsham. I'm the director of the Bemidji State Partnership here at North Hennepin, and I teach upper division university courses in biology here on the North Hennepin campus.
Awesome. Thank you all for being with us today. I'll get right started with the first question. What type of jobs can students get with a biology degree?
A lot of our students work in labs or in manufacturing. They work in biotechnology or medical devices. They do diagnostics or analysis of samples.
Yeah, students that have gotten degrees in our program have gone on to work in environmental science, environmental biology, sometimes out in the field, sometimes in laboratories, like Tam said, and sometimes even doing policy work.
And we've also had a number of students who decide to enter research careers by heading off to graduate school after they complete their undergraduate studies here.
And we can't forget all of the students who go on to pharmacy and physician's assistant programs, medical school, dental school, and things like that. It's a great program for preparation for those degrees as well.
Awesome. Lots of opportunities. I even learned some too. So for our biology program, it's set up as a transfer pathway. And Andrew, like you said, you work with Bemidji State. So what makes this such a great partnership for our students interested in a bachelor's degree in biology?
Yeah, so because the NHCC biology major follows the Minnesota State transfer pathway for biology, transfer to bachelor's degrees throughout the Minnesota State system is quite efficient. And the NHCC BSU partnership means that all the classes that you take at North Hennepin are automatically pre-approved for transfer to Bemidji State, and all of them count towards the Bemidji State bachelor's degree. And it also means that you can take some of those bachelor's degree classes here on the North Hennepin campus. So our partnership students take both Bemidji State and North Hennepin classes and complete their university degree from BSU without having to leave Brooklyn Park. And so all of our research, advising, and upper division coursework can all be done from the North Hennepin campus.
Such an awesome opportunity for our students and those local around the Twin Cities too, without having to travel. Next question, what are some types of courses that students can expect to take as part of the biology program?
Well, when students enter North Hennepin with the intention of moving toward a biology degree, they'll take courses like Principles of Biology 1 and Principles of Biology 2. They'll also need to be taking some math classes and chemistry courses because those help build a foundation for our second year courses, which are genetics and ecology. Some students want to take that course. And then from there, they can continue with North Hennepin courses like organic chemistry 1 and 2, physics, calculus if they need it. And then at the same time, as Andy was saying, integrate some of the upper division courses that we teach on our campus for Bemidji State or as Bemidji State as well.
The courses that the students take is really dictated by the pathway that they're trying to pursue. So if students want to go to med school, they take the classes that are applicable to that. If they want to go to pharmacy school or enter careers in natural resources and wildlife and parks management, they'll take the courses that they need to help them along those paths.
Awesome.
We have students who are currently on path to do more ecological type work and pursued a job in that field, but we also at the same time have students who are more interested in molecular biology and microbiology and genetics. So it's a great program with a range of options.
Definitely. Sounds like it. That's awesome. So last question I have for each of you, kind of the fun one. What is your favorite part about teaching in the biology program and at North Hennepin Community College?
My favorite part is that I get to teach the students from the beginning and then see them grow. So I get to have a lot of them in my Biology 1 course, and then I see them again in genetics. And by the time they get there, they've already learned so much, and they've progressed and developed into more professional biologists. And then I get to see them as they stay in the partnership program and finish, and then go out into the community, and then often come back and share with our students what they've been doing. And I see a lot of networking among the students and mentoring, and there's sort of this long-term connection that they feel to the program. And it's really great to watch the students in that development.
I would have to say the same thing. Having students come through your classroom as first year students and then watch them progress. I'm lucky enough I get to teach one of the upper division courses as well, so I can see students sometimes 2 or 3 times, and that's fantastic. It's also great to work with people like Tam and Andy and Professor Longtine and others, because we collaborate on how we teach and how we put our classes together and how they integrate with each other, and it's a really good team.
Yeah, the collaboration is really fun, and because it's not a 2+2 program where students finish all their North Hennepin classes and then move into all Bemidji classes. There's a lot of overlap. So I'll frequently meet students when they're in Paul and Tam's class or Craig's class, and sort of follow them as they're starting their career as a major, and then they'll start taking classes from me, but still be taking some classes from my North Hennepin colleagues. And so it really feels like a unified university degree. The students are taking classes from both at the same time. And it means we get to know them for quite a long time, which is unusual for a community college campus where students leave so quickly. I also run a research lab here where we study the regulation of gene expression in the fruit fly, Drosophila melanogaster. And so I love being in the lab with students. I have a handful of students in the lab, and teaching in the lab while we're doing science together is one of my favorite things about the program.
And Tam and I have to brag about that too, because we share a research lab down the hall from Andy, and sometimes we compete for students because of it. And our research is on microbial genetics and carnivorous plants and the interactions between those two. I think it's great also to watch students who get to be on campus for a whole baccalaureate degree program if they want to, because they tend to get closer to each other as a group. Tam is the advisor for a great bioscience careers club and biomedical careers club, and it's really like Andy said, it's much more of a university feel.
Yeah, and in that club, they learn to network and mentor and develop professionally. Yeah, and then as was mentioned, we also do a lot of research with students, both in classes and outside of classes. If you come to North Hennepin, you'll find that all of your biology classes have real research projects in them that are collaborative, last multiple weeks with the troubleshooting and setbacks and but actual results that come out of real science. So you'll really learn what it's like to become a scientist.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today. I know I learned a lot, so I hope this is helpful to our prospective students as well. Students, if you are interested about learning more about the biology program and have any questions, we will have a slide with contact information and information on how to transfer any questions academically or transfer questions for our Bemidji partners as well. Thank you all again and have a great day.
Thanks, Maddie.